How y'all doing, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of the Small World Podcast. I have my guest with me, JST Dee.
What's going on,
So,
everybody? It's Just D.
oh, JSD, I'm sorry
No
about that.
worries.
So, for those who may not, okay, for those who may not know who Just G is beyond music and the mic, can you give people a little insight?
Oh yeah. So what's up, everybody? I'm Just D, and I do music as well as I am a award-winning author in four different categories: motivational story, as well as personal growth and development. I'm an actress, singer, musician. I mean, I'm well-rounded. At the end of the day.
Okay, okay. Where did your stage name come from, and what does it mean to you?
So Jeff D came from a co-worker who's like my father. Back in 2000, I want to say 17 or 18. We were playing around with different stage names. I've been a different stage name throughout my career, and Just D pretty much just stuck. He was like, "You Just D," and I was like, "Man, I love that." Because it's simple but effective. Like I'm just D. I'm simple but effective. I don't need nothing to be complex about me, nor what I do in life. So it's just been a simple name that says so much about who I am at the end of the day.
Okay, okay, that's dope. I like that. Um, Looking back, what was the moment that made you say, "This is what I want to do"?
Ooh, I mean, what category are we talking about? We talking about the music, we talking about composing, the writing, what component are you were talking about in particular?
We could talk about all of them. Let the
Okay.
people get to know you.
Oh, I'm with that. So man, let me tell you something. One thing about me, God is always number one. He has been the captain of this ship of JstDee since day one. I remember when God first told me to do my first album in 2014. I told him, I was like, "Yo, God, nah, nobody wants to hear me sing. I don't sound like Kelly Rowland, Beyonce, Missy Elliott. I don't sound like these people. Nobody wants to hear me sing." He was like, "Well, I'll wait." And literally, he waited until 2017 to where I did my first album. And then that's when God started really taking me to a lot of different places. He took me on a tour. People used to say, D, how you going on tour in Europe and you got 300 or 500 followers? I said, because God is the one that's controlling this ship. It's not me. So everything that I have done, I could always sum it up in one word is God. Even down to the writing, when he shifted me from music, and I'm still doing music, but he's added on another branch to my roots, to my tree. And pretty much now that God has shifted me to heal people onto a better level, being a motivational speaker and helping people from their pain to their purpose, it's just only another element that He wants me to grow into as a woman of God. But it all started with God. God told me to do something in 2014, and I waited, and He waited until 2017, and then that's when everything started to become a ripple effect. I started coming down and things started, I was first it was the music, then it was the composing, the playing. It was just so much different things that he wanted me to tap into because he knew that I was going to be an amazing vessel for him as well as for his people.
Okay, that's great. I like to hear that. How did your upbringing or hometown influence your style of perspective, the way you do things creatively?
So for me, I was born and raised in Jersey City, New Jersey. So yes, I'm a Yankee. But I do live in Florida. Been living down here for over a decade now. But one thing about Jersey City, what it taught me when it came down to music, is that music has a voice. And a lot of people don't realize that when music has a voice, it has a voice that speaks loudly. and it speaks so loud that it erupts the spirit, it erupts your emotions. You know, you start feeling certain things, a certain instrument starts doing certain things to your body. It's like something that's so like music is so one accord with our human body mechanics. Is so crazy. So one thing about Jersey City is that it taught me that music is versatile and it does things. And that's when I started learning the fundamentals of how music really reacts to people's bodies and their mindset, how music, you know, can really subliminally be a good thing and a bad thing. It's a double sword. And I learned those type of elements growing up in Jersey City, New Jersey. And it just made me realize how much music has on people on a positive way that I wanted to be a part of that moment of positivity. But that's what my upbringing has taught me, as well as for me to move on to that next level.
Okay. Do you have a favorite song, verse, or piece that you made that every time you hear it, you like, yeah, I did that one.
Oh man. Ooh, that's a good one. Look, so you know, there's this one song I got out called Confessions. For those of y'all, if y'all go and hear any song of mine, definitely go check out Confessions, because Confessions was one of the a few songs that I made when I moved down here to Florida. But one thing about Confessions, it tells God how sorry I am. And it tells God that, you know, please forgive me, don't give up on me. This is when that was the moment in my time being here in Florida where I was like, God, look, I need you, but I'm sorry, because you know how we all sin. You know, there's one sin is not bigger than the next, but we all sin. And I felt that I was hurting him at one point a time in my life. And one thing I could do is tell him, like, please forgive me, don't give up on me. I can't do this on my own. You are my everything. And that's when I knew, like, he's definitely is definitely a part of my journey. But that song in particular, it just speaks so many values. And I want everybody to listen to that song. If there ain't no other song, I mean, JstDee got a lot of songs out there, but Confessions is definitely top tier.
Okay. I'm definitely gonna check that one out.
Oh yeah, I mean, when I say musicianship is on 10, it might be on 20, 30, 100.
Okay. Yeah, I will have to check that one out. Uh, I also see you collaborated with different people throughout your journey. What's some of the main things you look for when it comes to collaboration with other artists?
So one thing when I collaborate with other people, the first thing that I do look for is I look for what they mean, what they stand for, what their motto is, what their mission, what their objective is. Because I do not, and I've been like this since day one. I will not feature on anybody's song, or I don't feature on other people's, or have people feature on my music if they're doing things that doesn't is not right with my spirit, like cursing, being degrading to women or men, you know, or speaking about negativity. I do not speak about negativity. I do not sing about things like that, because I'm all about healing and the journey of being better in your life. So those are the main elements that I look for, is what you stand for. On my second album, I had Kid Hook on there. I had Shay and Jay on there, like beautiful twins, where they did their thing, but I knew what they stood for. I knew what they was trying to reach in life. So, but that's the main thing. Once if you cover that, we good. We can always collaborate.
Okay. How do you handle, certain criticism that comes with it, or people not understanding your vision?
So personally, I don't take it as criticism. I take it as feedback. Because to be real with you, like every feedback you have to decipher. Because you got to understand the difference between feedback and jealousy, feedback and enviness, feedback and wanting to be you. So when I hear feedback, I come with it with a open heart, open mind of a godly mindset. Like, is this person coming to me as a brother or sister or uncle or aunt saying, "Hey, look, I really like this, but if you just did this one part and take it to the next level." I take all that with an open heart. But if I hear people, oh yeah, you shouldn't do this, but don't give me a valid reason behind it, then I know it's one of those other things that's envious, jealous, and wanting to beat me. But I am so open about feedback. I want people to tell me what's up because the only thing I want to do is be better. You know what I'm saying? I don't know it all. That's one thing I will not portray to anybody of me knowing anything. That's not me at all.
Okay, yeah, I like that response. What's would be a good question? Was one thing that you think? Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
I think you
can now. Can you
froze.
hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you now. Yep.
All right. Um,
Yeah, it's looking like you froze up a little bit.
what's one thing you think about
Yeah, it looks like you still froze up.
you? All right, how about now?
Yep, I can hear you. Nah, it looks like you broke up again now.
All right, still froze.
Oh no, you're not frozen. I can hear you. You're a little delayed, but in movement, but I can hear you though.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, every time you keep coming in and out, but I hear you. It's just in and out.
Okay. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I hear you now. I heard what you just said now.
Okay. I'll have to edit that out. We'll keep going. Um, how do you balance like staying true to yourself with making content and what people want to hear?
Um, that's a really great question. I think for me, staying true to myself is really staying true to, what my original mission was, and that was to spread God's love. That's what God told me to do in 2014, and I've been doing it ever since. Don't get me wrong, I have definitely made about three romantic songs, but at the end of the day, everything else is still God's love. Um, and I feel as though that's if you continue to stay on the mission, where whoever has given you a mission, whether you gave your mission to yourself or a higher power have given you a mission, sticking to it no matter what. Like it's been it hasn't been challenged because you know what? I mean, I have to honestly say it has not been challenging because I've been sticking to it. I've been sticking to what God wanted me to do, and that's to spread His love to His people. He didn't tell me to try to save people with my music. He didn't tell me that I had to baptize people with my music. He just told me to spread His love, and I can do that. I can spread his love, and that's what I've been doing. So it hasn't been challenging at all to try to stay true to myself and what people want, because at the end of the day, is really what God wants. He is my number one audience, and personally, He'll take me farther than any human being, flesh person on this earth can ever do, and that's real talk. Because I have already had it happen. Like I said, dude, 2019, I was doing a tour from Amsterdam all the way to Paris with 300 to 500 followers. Like, so God did that. I didn't do that. So yeah, so that's how I stay true to myself is continuing to stay with the mission.
Okay. Let's see. What is your process like when you create music? Is it more like spontaneous, or do you like to sit down and have it thought out?
So with me, it varies. Like I remember one time I was playing volleyball at one of the churches because I'm a big volleyball fan. And but actually to me, I'm actually skipping. So I was at work one day and a melody came into my head. And usually what I do is I try to hum it in my phone. And then but that's sometimes these melodies get really stuck in my head to where it's like, yo, I gotta find a keyboard and try to figure these chords out. And in this particular day, it was like a Tuesday or Thursday, and I left work to go play volleyball right after, and I knew that the church had a little piano there, and I got there early so I could play this melody out because it was just kept ringing in my head, and even though I recorded it, that song that I'm talking about is called Jesus, you my everything. So it's Jesus, you are my everything, but the name of the title is called My Everything. It's off the second album. And so for me, it's mostly, if it's something that's very, very deep into my brain, I definitely got to go find an instrument somewhere to play it out. But most of the time, I just get, these things these melodies kind of sporadic. Like right now, I got a whole bunch of melodies in my phone right now that I have not yet even touched the keyboard to even do anything because it hasn't been the right time yet. But I try to record these melodies to keep them to make sure that anytime, I need to do a song is definitely, ready.
Cool, cool. What's your latest project or release, and what makes it special to you?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
What's your latest project or release, and what makes it special to you?
So my latest project that I have did, man, what was my, so in this particular, it was my engagement song, You Are Mine. It was so special to me because I was proposing and I was performing it in Mexico last year. So I think that project was one of the best ones ever, and it was very significant to me.
Oh, okay. Where do you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years?
You said 3 to 5 years?
Yes.
Um, 3 to 5 years. I definitely see myself performing more. Definitely see myself performing more. I definitely see more books coming out. I think the My Five Season series is just the beginning of what JstDee can do when it comes down to the reading spectrum of healing and that journey. But I definitely do see way more books coming out. I definitely see way more songs coming out. Um, so I just see just a lot more. I see a lot more podcasts, public speaking, wherever God wants to go. I mean, I just see me doing it.
If you could work with anyone dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Oh, definitely Fred Hammond, which he's alive. I think Fred Hammond definitely is the pillar of what rhythm and gospel looks like, him contemporary music looks like, soul gospel music looks like. Him and when he was with the commission and the soulful or like that song Ordinary People, I mean not Ordinary People, Ordinary Love. His album, something about love. Like Fred Hammond would definitely be the number one person I will always want to work with. Because he brings out that soul when it comes down to speaking about God the way that I do.
Okay, okay. Big shout out to Fred Hammond. What's the main message you want your audience to take away from your work?
So the main message that I want everybody to take away is this: your past does not dictate your future at all. You may mess up yesterday or years prior, but don't let it hinder your future. And I try to continue to preach that to people that you still have time to change the way that you think, the way that you walk, the way that you talk, for your better future, whether for kids or not for kids, or just for your legacy or your family. But you always have time. Don't let time dictate what you can do. So that's the message that I would definitely want to tell your listeners as well as mine.
Okay, okay. I like that. That's dope. And where can people follow you and support what you're doing right now?
Man, let me tell you, everybody can just go to the Google. Everybody know Google, and they just type in JSTDee, and everything in the world will pop up. From music, my website is everything JstDee. So that's everything JstDee, just like how it sounds. But yeah, then you can find me at I am JstDee on Instagram, TikTok, JstDee001. But again, if you just Google JstDee, just put it in there, you will find everything and anything that you need, from all my music to the web series I've been on, to whatever you want to know about JstDee. I mean, you definitely can find it by Googling me.
All right. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. Just D, I appreciate you coming through.
Definitely, man. It's a pleasure being here with you, man. Very much a pleasure. I love the vibe, man. Small world. I love the vibe. I love the
But
name.
I appreciate it, bro.
It's
Appreciate it.
awesome.
Appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Till next time. Stay blessed.